Hello, welcome. We are at a different camera angle and on the floor. Today, we are doing something with clay. I've always wanted to do a hands-on video, so that's what we're gonna do. Today, I wanted to make a figure of one of my favorite characters from my favorite game. Probably not favorite character, one of the only characters, Arthur Ford, from the game Boneworks. It is one of my favorite VR games, and so I thought it would be a pretty easy. But the reason why I'm doing clay again, even though I've already talked about that, is there's something that I completely skipped over, and that's armatures. Yep, we gotta make an armature for this, and then we gotta put onto the armature, which is basically super easy. Just make armature, which is basically skeleton. Boom, you've made a person. Not actually, but I guess. Skeleton, flesh, meat, bones. Wow, cool. Just get started. And also, we are going to, and one of the basic tips for armature wiring is to always twist it, which you'll see later. What I mean is like when just twist it when you don't want to. If you want a thin armature, then you don't have to. But if you want a little bit more of a thicker one, you might have it. You want to bend and twist, basically. That's yeah. Now, I'm not the best at making armatures because this is probably like my first time, but I could fix it later because I have plenty of clay. So, but if you don't have that much clay, then armature wires are a good thing. This is just a basic how to do it, basically. But yeah, let's get into the clay because that's the main part. Grab your tools and let's get started. Yeah. So he's very incomplete, but that's the thing. Clay is basically 3D drawing. If you think about it, you do the basic structure, like the skeleton, and then you add on to it, and then you polish it up. And that's what we're gonna do now, because honestly, I'm kind of scared of how he looks right now, but I think we can fix him. So, with just a little bit of retouching and a little bit of changing a little bit of things. Yeah, we could probably fix him up.
Hello, hello. This is the voice from the future here to tell you that if you have anything that you want me to make, then put it in the comments below. I usually have trouble thinking of video ideas what to do anyways, so it's good for me anyways. And also, even though I'm doing a narration here because it's kind of long, but all and also, I'd like to make a comment about this figure. It looks like Michael Myers. I'm not trying to hate on it, even though it's not one of my best works. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to do this stuff because it's a more realistic thing, anyways. But I don't want to say too much because in the end segment, I say basically the same thing. So, yeah.
And so now we are done, and this was actually very harder than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be simple because I'm so good at clay making, but no, since it's a complex thing and way more realistic than I'm usually going for, it's kind of hard to do, but I did it, and it's good. Since it was monster clay, which doesn't exactly bake or anything, it's kind of, especially if it's super soft, it kind of just be soft all the time. So when parts I didn't want it to be squashed got squashed, it made me sad. But it's still, I was able to get everything to get through, except that kept separating, and it still is. But yeah, um, and now it's time for little tippies that I've learned and stuff while doing this. Uh, Make sure that the body is one piece because masking tape, even though it's good for things, it's usually good for covering it so it doesn't like poke or anything, but not for like sticking two pieces together, especially if you're gonna put weight on that. Another thing is a simple way to make hands is just start with things and then pull out the fingers out of it, and then just, if you need more, add on to it and stuff. And then the face was probably the most difficult and the thing that I took the longest on, because there's all the small details and I wanted to get this kind of exactly to it, but since I'm not the even though I'm not even though I'm good, I can't do everything. But yeah, there it is. There's Arthur Ford, and I hope this. I hope you taught. I hope you saw something or something. I might add. Yeah. So subscribe, like, and just goodbye. That kind of hurt making because of difficulty. Bye bye.